researcher needs to be able to do for their research is to be able to identify their subjects. So today I'm going to introduce you to these three lovely ladies and also give you some tips on how to identify them. So working on the far right side of the pool, we have Bethany spending time with Spree. Now Spree is 21 years old. She was actually born up at Minnesota Zoo, but she's been with us for quite some time now. Spree is the smallest dolphin in the group. There she is showing off her juggling skills. Very good, Spree. So if you take a look at her overall size, that's probably the easiest way to identify her. Her dorsal fin is also very streamlined. If you take a look, she's got a very smooth, there she is showing off that dorsal fin. Very clean edges to her dorsal fin. Now moving down the line, we have Nicole playing catch with the two sisters. We've got Nolani and Allison. Nolani is 20 years old. Nolani is the first calf that I ever got to see being born right here at Brookfield Zoo, Chicago. She's gonna pop up on the far right-hand side. I want you to take a look at Nolani's dorsal fin. Can you guys appreciate how it's got a wavy back edge to it, almost like a lasagna noodle? So that's the easiest way to tell Nolani apart. In addition, she is definitely the largest of these three dolphins. Now Nolani's younger sister, Allison, is 18 years old. She is a lot smaller than her big sister, but if you look at her dorsal fin, Allison has the smallest dorsal fin of all 7 of our dolphins. She's showing off her pec fin right now. Go ahead and wave to her. Very nice. So throughout the presentation, hopefully you can use those tips to help identify them. There's that dorsal fin one more time. So scientists out in the wild have observed, and we already knew, that dolphins are incredibly intelligent animals. And with that comes the fact that they are also very social, playful animals. And one of the best ways that we can develop our relationship with these animals is through engaging with play with these dolphins and trainers. So we're gonna go ahead and take a couple minutes and play with the dolphins.
Looking myself, I wanna fly, I got some color in your eyes. I'm telling myself I'm gonna be alright without you, baby, it's a waste of time. Our first day ago, the seasons change, and I washed away in the summer rain. You can't do a fall like this, 'cause love don't know the distance between. I know it's crazy.
So you can see that we have worked very hard to develop those strong relationships with each and every one of these dolphins. Now through those relationships, we have been able to accomplish some pretty impressive things. Did you know that the dolphins participate voluntarily in their very own medical care on a daily basis? We're going to go ahead and show off some of those behaviors now, and this is because of those strong relationships that each trainer has with the dolphins. This behavior that Bethany is showing off right now, cradling Spree's tail in her lap, is actually the most important thing we can teach a dolphin to do. This is how we draw a blood sample. Just like we would draw a blood sample from the elbow area for a human, the dolphins have a vein that runs along the length of their tail fluke, and it's very accessible for us. So for all these 3 girls know, We might draw a blood sample right here, right now, but that's okay. You can see how calm and relaxed they are. They're gonna get a nice big reward. Anyone out there not love going to the doctor so much? Raise your hand if you don't love it. That's okay. If you went every single day and you got to get an ice cream cone after every doctor's appointment, would you love it a little bit more? I know I would. These guys get reinforced with their favorite treat of fish, ice, and Jello every single day. So now, one more behavior that we're showing off is an eye exam. The dolphins will calmly sit at the surface and we can get a very good look at their eyes, and we can also have the veterinarians come down with their ophthalmology tools and take a close look. And if the dolphins ever needed to receive eye drops, they would calmly sit there while we could administer them. So it's a really great way for us to provide the best welfare possible for these animals. All right, so back to being dolphin scientists out in the wild. There is a lot of behaviors that you might come across, but you might not necessarily know what you're looking at. We're gonna go ahead and show off some of those behaviors right now. All right, so some of those behaviors you just saw were hunting behaviors, other were communication styles. There's a wide variety of things you would come across as a scientist. Now, we talked about how dolphins are extremely playful, but did you know they're also exceptionally creative and intelligent? One of our dolphins, Milani, invented a game all by herself that she was having so much fun with it because of the response she was getting from all of you guys. That she loved it so much, she taught all of her poolmates. We'd like to play this game with you today, but there are some rules. Everybody needs to stay in their seat for the duration of the game. You guys think you can follow those rules? Would you like to play the killer splash with us? I thought so. Well, if you want to get wet, go ahead and give some extra shouts to the dolphins and they'll try and find you. already found your way down to underwater viewing, I strongly encourage after this Dolphins in Action, encourage you to head downstairs to check out all of the exciting changes we have made to the habitat. We talked about the aesthetic changes. We're also excited to have some climate control later this year. And most importantly, we have lots of changes to the animal's environment. We've added custom-made rock work, a sand foraging pit, a bubbling system, and lots of areas for us to attach their enrichment, which is so exciting. It's really fun to watch them interact in their new environment. I hope that today you guys have been inspired to care, connect, and conserve with any of the animals that you see throughout your time here at Brookfield Zoo, Chicago. Would you guys like to see the dolphins one more time? All right, let's go ahead. Folks, well, thank you again so much for your support. We are so happy to have you and the Dolphins back. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye. Folks, as you exit, please take your time, as the Dolphins did make things extra slippery with that killer splash. Please use the stairs. Do not climb down the bleachers.